Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Gunnar Wagenknecht. I'm from Germany, working for a little software development company and doing lots of Eclipse stuff. I started with this like 10 years ago, and yeah, I'm still stuck in the Eclipse world because it's just an amazing community, and it's the first time that we are at FOSDEM this year, and thanks for actually allowing us to be here and give a talk. So I'm talking about EclipseRT, and it's still pretty new, although it has been around for a couple of years. So who uses Eclipse? So you use Eclipse likely as a development environment, and who develops plugins for Eclipse? Good, a few. So Eclipse is a really good development environment, but the message I'm trying to deliver today is that Eclipse is more than just tools, right? I mean, that's what it all started. The Eclipse development environment that when IBM open sourced it, and then around a couple of years ago when they created Eclipse 3.0, they actually migrated the underlying plugin system onto an OSGI-based framework, and that opened a whole new area for innovation. And so a lot of frameworks were created that were basically just using the OSGI runtime on top. And 3 years ago, the Eclipse Foundation grouped all these projects together into a new runtime project, Eclipse Runtime. EclipseRT is the short name, and that's basically middleware, containers, enterprise frameworks. Right? It's a nice set of frameworks available, or tools. Of course, there's Equinox, the OSGI runtime. And then we have frameworks like Jetty. Who knows Jetty? It's a servlet engine, or actually also a container servlet web application server. And EclipseLink. Who knows EclipseLink? So that's a JPA, EGB framework. You can use it in an OSGI environment, or you can also use it just in a regular Java EE application. That's also an Eclipse project, right? So, and there are others on the stack like Rihanna, which is a web framework or a UI framework for building insurance user interfaces. Wrap, which is a nice tool framework for building web applications using the Eclipse UI programming model. And we have Virgo, which is an application server, which also got a lot of love from SAP. Another framework is Gyrex. That's a project I'm working on. And we explore the area of cloud development, like running OSGI applications in the cloud. So there's one common base that all those frameworks have in common, and that's they are all based on OSGI, or they run with OSGI. I mean, there are some frameworks like JD and Eclipse that you can run just without OSGI in a Java EE environment, but they also run in an OSGI environment. And that's the idea, the modularity, the philosophy behind all these projects, that you can just pick the stuff that you like and put it together in a way that you need for your applications, for your systems, right? And Eclipse, especially the Eclipse IDE, it has a tremendous value built over time, right? And that's also interesting for a lot of developers in other environments, in runtimes as well. And as you could see, a lot of these projects are actually related to infrastructure. Jetty, for example, or Virgo, they are containers that allow you to build a whole set of new applications. So who is buying this story? Or actually, when we going out to the people talking about runtimes, we get a lot of feedback, right? So that people that are using this out in the field today. I already mentioned Virgo, which has got a lot of support by SAP. Jetty is used in a lot of installation. I mean, even Google App Engine uses Jetty, right? So There are a lot of investors, analysts, they all interested in this. For example, JBoss, who knows JBoss? They're also here at FOSDEM. They have a stand in the K building, and they also have an OSGI framework now implemented on top of their microkernel, but it's also a very interesting piece because you can actually take the JBoss and install other OSGI components from the Eclipse runtime project onto the server, right? And the idea is that actually, over time, you can build your own stack for running applications in the environment that you prefer, right? You're no longer bound to complicated, huge, big application servers. You can just pick the little modules that you want, that you like, and build the stack you want. So that's just a few words for EclipseRT. And if you have any questions, just raise your hands. Andrew.
What sort of direction do you see EclipseRT going in the near future?
So the question is, what sort of direction I'm going to see is EclipseRT in the future? So there's a lot of happening right now, especially in the application server corner with SAP going into Worko and pushing OSGI, well, basing their all new development on top of OSGI and Worko, and there's a whole new area possible in the cloud environment. I mean, that's really interesting because then you, in OSGI has the service model where service come and go dynamically at runtime, and that's very perfect for the cloud environment where actually launch nodes on demand as you need them, and they come, they register themselves in the service registries, and you can build nice applications and solutions using that, right? More questions? Okay, so thanks a lot. And again, thanks for being here and inviting us.